What's up, board game people? This month in review is incredibly late. I almost didn't make one for November, but I enjoy doing these to let you all know what's going on with the channel and what to expect for the next few weeks. This one may be a little bit shorter than usual, but I still have some big news hidden in here. First off, I don't get any money from game companies or publishers for making my videos. And with that out of the way, let's take a look at what came in November. First thing in was Mine MGMT from the reprint campaign. This is a deluxe edition with all the wooden goodies. There's a little lid lift, but I expect this is from punchboards and hopefully will disappear when I get it unboxed and organized. Next, I grabbed the King's Dilemma while it was on sale during the Queen's Dilemma's campaign. This came with the game, a poster-sized map, the demo prologue pack, and a nifty little 2023 calendar which will be finding a place in the game room. King's Dilemma has been on my list for quite some time, and while I'm not sure about playing it with only 2 players, if that won't work, I'll find a group to play with somewhere. A huge box landed on the doorstep, and I have to say, it looks like it was worth the wait. Frostpunk has finally started to arrive at some backers' doors, and it's looking amazing. I got everything except the big Glacier box, and I'm really regretting not getting that box now. I don't even know if it was offered in the pre-orders. Hopefully I can find one though. Last in, barely squeaking in during November, was Dice Throne. During the Santa vs. Krampus campaign, I opted to knock another long resident off my wish list, and I grabbed pretty much a gameplay all-in with a few extras. I got Season 1 and 2 with miniatures, adventures, the promo pack, Santa vs. Krampus and miniatures, and the update pack. Let's look at what I backed. I grabbed the Hamid pledge for the Werewolf Apocalypse Retaliation campaign. I do like that they added more scenarios to the expansion packs, but I'm still on the fence about going all in. I'm gonna wait and see what's said about chapters before pulling the trigger. As always, it'll depend on my finances when the pledge manager launches. I backed Heroes of Might and Magic at $1. The budget is tight, especially this time of year, and with everything going on at my house, I wasn't taking chances with money. I will almost assuredly go all in the pledge manager. I got more and more excited as this campaign unfolded. I also went in for $1 for Cthulhu Death May Die. I'll likely grab Season 3 and 4 to complete my collection, and if money allows, I might be stupid and get that big lump of resin. Maybe. I waffle on this quite a bit. So what did I skip or cancel my pledge on? No cancellations this time around. I left everything at $1 hoping to win the lottery or something. Wonderla Cluck's Revenge failed to 100% capture me. I love the characters and the minis, but the game itself, or the project page, failed to grab me and not let go. I was also in for $1 for the Queen's Dilemma. This is another one that, given the chance, I'd love a copy of, but it depends on finances. Finally, I was a little late to the party for Unconscious Mind, and I didn't have the time to do all the research I would have liked to during the campaign, so I threw $1 at it. After looking it over, I really want this game. I said the day would come when I'd get super picky about what I backed, and it's coming, or possibly it's already here. I'm simply running out of room, and if I stopped now, I'd still have multiple games coming in each month for years. Money doesn't last forever, and I have more than enough games to make content with. So what's in my cart? This category didn't change much, but it'll see huge changes once I finish out my spreadsheet for projects backed. In the hypothetical cart, I have Iridia, Divinus, Tabaru, Unsettled, Dawn of Madness, Sleeping Gods, Distant Skies, and Burn Cycle. I'm sure there are others, but time to finish that spreadsheet wasn't available in November. So what did I paint? Here again, there just wasn't the time or headspace for painting this month. What did I play? I needed to escape for a while, so when I had a few minutes, I was playing Apex Legends or Overwatch 2. In the single-player category, I started Resident Evil Village and God of War, not Ragnarok yet, the first one. As for board games, sadly I didn't have the attention span or the will to drag a board game out to play. What I'm searching for really hasn't changed either. I'm still looking for a good collection of Conan and a copy of Vampire Masquerade's chapters. Game room updates are pretty light too. I finished out the spreadsheet containing all the games I own and their expansions or add-ons. The game room is quickly running out of storage space. I'm beginning to figure out how to convince my wife to allow one more 5x5 Calyx. We'll see. Now, down to the meat of the video, the channel updates. This month we passed 1,200 subscribers. Thank you all so much, and hold on because it's just getting started. Just a warning, things get a little emotional and personal here. If you want, feel free to skip ahead to the updates part 2 in the video chapters. As many of you saw a few weeks back, my mother passed away on the US's Thanksgiving morning. She'd been in hospice for nearly a year, and even though I knew it was coming, it has absolutely been the hardest thing I've had to deal with in my adult life. I took some time off the channel and off of everything else to try and find myself again. My life is completely changing because of this. I've been caring for my mother solo for 5 years now. When she had a stroke 5 years ago, my freedom to run around and do what I like came to an end. I had a responsibility to care for this person who's cared for me for so many years, and I was determined to do the best I could. It wasn't easy, I didn't always know what I was doing, and I wasn't the most patient person in the world, but I tried. Caring for her took a deep toll on me. I've never battled with depression before in my life, but for the last few years I've been suffering from severe depression, and earlier this year I finally saw that I needed help and I sought it out. There's no magic cure, there is help, but time is the only thing that can really put distance between you and depression. I would say to anyone listening that if you feel like you're trapped, if your thoughts turn to death and escape, it's time to reach out for help. Help is there. To put it lightly, there have been very few things that I really found pleasure in doing over the last year, but this channel has been my rock to lean on. Having a creative outlet and becoming a part of this wonderful community has helped in ways that I don't think any amount of pills ever could. When I took a break to mourn the passing of my mother, I found that I had a lack of motivation to do anything. Suddenly I was free again. I could leave my house, travel, go wild, but it didn't really matter. It was hard to get up in the mornings, much less to work, or even put out videos. I did a lot of introspection trying to figure out how to come back from a long break from YouTube and work and life, or even if I should bother. Thinking about the channel, do I really want to be making videos about board games? Is this really what I want to do with my free time? After a lot of thought, I realized how much this channel has changed me for the better over the last year. It got me through a hard time when nothing else really could. I've met amazing people through the channel, both viewers and creators alike. I've learned and practiced so many skills that I always wanted to learn. I have so many goals tied to this channel, and now I couldn't imagine doing anything else. So I'm back, and I'm here for as long as you will have me. I have a new, stronger fire lit within me, and I'm determined to take things to another level. Getting back on track with YouTube is really no easy feat. Taking a week break, much less not putting out content regularly for an extended period of time, throws your channel into chaos and a steep decline that's hard to pull out of. The one thing that's encouraging is that the channel is growing despite my absence. You all really are the best, and I promise to make up for some lost time. I'm fighting to get back on track, and this is the last video I felt I was running behind on and needed to get posted. I'm going to be back to posting a minimum of 3 times a week, and you all are getting some of that new content I've promised. Before the break, I was on a quest to become more organized. I'm picking that ball back up and running with it now. I can't afford not to. Organization and scheduling should really help create content faster and on a more consistent basis, so I'm on it. Late one night a week or 2 ago, I came up with a crazy idea of having a board game awards show. Everyone does their top 10 or top 100 or whatever, but that's one person's opinion. Honestly, the opinion I value most is yours. So why not have a Viewer's Choice Awards show? You all are the experts here. You're the consumers that make or break a board game, from crowdfunding all the way to retail, and you should be picking the winners. So that's what we're doing. There won't be any fancy physical awards this year, just a fun video with lots of great debate and a quick reveal of the winners. I'll of course be passing your opinions along to the creators and producers once the awards show is complete. I have 3 or 4 more categories to get to for voting, and then I'll be getting that video ready for all of you. Last thing. This is something I never really thought I'd work up to doing, but I'm here. I'm at the point where having a little help could enable me to push the channel, push the video quality, and even push content opportunities much further and faster. I'm not one to really ever ask for help, but I've been working on that. I still don't want charity, so I've opened up a Patreon page for the channel. I created several reward tiers that I hope to be able to use to offer some actual value to everyone who's able to contribute. Like many other content creators say, even $1 helps, and it's true. I want to get some equipment first and foremost. I need lights and I need a mic system for taking with me to Gen Con. And maybe one day I can get a better camera so I'm not having to use my phone for everything. So that's what I'll be using the money for. Not getting rich and not buying all of the board games on my wish list. In return, I'm trying to offer perks that are fun and rewarding. Some of the perks are a work in progress, like the merch store discounts. I've been working on getting a merchandise store together for a while, and while it will have some of the usual fare to start off with, like t-shirts and tumblers or whatever, we'll also be offering some premium products such as hardwood dice vaults, trays, and towers. These will all be handmade and in some cases made to order with customization. There really is a lot coming for the channel, more than most of you know. Big things are happening and I'm just trying to roll with the flow. If you get a chance, check out the Patreon page for all the details, and if you feel inclined to support the channel, you have my eternal gratitude. And if you can't afford it or you don't want to, that's perfectly fine as well. I really do just appreciate everyone watching and commenting. For me, that kind of support is invaluable. Patron or not, your opinion matters and it will be heard. I'll never tell you to jump in a lake or go kick rocks. So let's wrap this up. Goals for this month. Finishing out my spreadsheet and getting my RSS feeds up to date for Kickstarter. I still haven't figured out how to make an RSS feed for GameFound. If anyone can help, please let me know. I'm also going to continue reaching out to companies and see where I can help them and what kind of new content I might be able to offer you from their games. The upcoming video list just grows and grows, but I'm about to cut it down to size. I have an unboxing for Phantom Epoch, as well as a preview and a how to play video, all coming soon. Add to that the Oathsworn and ATO unboxings. I have a preview for Soul, Last Days of a Star, coming very soon. I still have some top 10 or top 5 videos in the works as well. And the interview with Joel Torres of Harakiri Blades of Honor will be coming sometime in January. Last but not least, what am I excited about? Well, this may be a little cliche, but it is true. With it being the end of the year, there isn't much coming out between now and New Year's. Instead, I'm excited to start off this new year and this new adventure. Alright folks, that's it. Hopefully it wasn't too mushy or icky, but at least you're getting the truth. If you haven't already, please consider dropping us a like or subscribing to the channel. If you can and want to, consider supporting us on Patreon. There's a link in the video description. As always, thank you for watching and commenting. Let me know your thoughts on the Patreon in the comments. Have a great week and hold on because it might get cold outside, but it's about to heat up in here.